Welcome to another episode of EMS Bowling. I'm your host, Mike.
My name's Abby, and the last time I went bowling, I got so drunk I fell over in the bathroom and someone asked my friend if I needed to be Narcaned.
That is hilarious. Did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm still at work, Michael.
You're not on the clock.
And today is a very big day.
It is a very big day. We have Justin on, the co-founder of the bowling part.
I plead the fifth.
He's been sitting here waiting for us for quite some time.
Hey, gotta treat patients once in a while.
That's right. I had to go to Syracuse.
I didn't.
You didn't.
But I had to deal with like 3 to frequent flyers, so I feel like we're kind of even.
That's.
Except you got 3 charts to do and he's only got 1.
I don't have any. It was an ALS transfer. So.
I had to do 1.
Okay.
Is this
He's still winning.
Right.
I don't know. He had to go to Syracuse. I did.
It was fun though. It was a 6-year-old little girl, and she wanted K-pop Demon Hunter, so we blared it the whole way, and we had a blast.
I hate pediatric trips. I always make Matt take them because I just don't want to be around a child for that long.
I don't mind them as long as I'm not teching the patient. If I have to take the patient, that's when I don't like pediatric trips.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. It's the best way to do it.
I'd much rather drive.
Yeah.
I think most people probably feel that way.
Especially with pediatrics.
And I just don't want to talk
Only
to a
with
patient ever.
So, all right, let's do our hot takes.
Did you get the questions? You know we have them.
I did not.
Wow.
They're probably in your email if you want to pull. I was in a rush trying to get everything done while you guys are sitting here drinking. And I'm not.
Mike is so jealous right now. Oh my God.
And it's not so bad being at work when you're not actually on the clock.
Right. They are not on the clock right now, and they're enjoying themselves.
Yeah, this is also the first episode where people have been drinking. We've always talked about it.
I started at like 5:30, guys. I'm sorry.
He's ready for this podcast.
He had to drink to be on this podcast. He's nervous.
I also went bowling tonight.
Of course he did.
That was in preparation. I was just getting ready.
That's right.
Are you a bowler too?
I am.
Yeah, I can tell by the tape.
Yep.
My whole family.
Your whole family?
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Actually, I was in a adult youth league tonight with my 14-year-old daughter.
Fun.
And I'm currently taking my EMT as we are speaking.
Don't do that.
Abby. I don't know if you guys can hear her, but she just said she's taking her EMT, and Abby told her not to do it.
I just saw the past 3 years of my life flash before my eyes in the worst way possible.
So anyway, let's do hot takes. I'm going to start it out and say, since you guys are drinking Angry Orchards, I think Angry Orchards are the most disgusting drink ever.
He's so mad. He's so jealous.
No, I really hate them.
He's
so
fucking jealous.
I really hate them. I love apple cider.
I was about to say, do you like Good Boys?
I don't like any kind of hard cider, but I love apple cider.
This shit just tastes
You
like
are so
apple juice.
weird.
I
I hate
don't
it.
understand what you mean.
But I will take and I will mix Jack Fire and apple cider
That's
together.
disgusting.
And it's so
See, what the
good.
fuck do you mean you can't drink
so
an
good.
Angry Orchard?
It was a horrible mix.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It tastes like cinnamon apple.
That's just the Jack Fire part, man. I just can't.
It
I
is.
can't.
Jack Fire is amazing. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is that your hot take?
That is my hot. That's my hot
Jack
take.
Fire is amazing.
Angry Orchard sucks and Jack Fire is amazing.
But are you just drinking? Are you only mixing it with things?
No, I do it. I do straight
Oh
up.
my God, that's vile.
I can only shoot it.
I do. I have to do it. Do it iced. So shake it in ice and then pour it, and it's so good. It goes right down smooth.
I
So
skipped
good.
the ice part and just stored it in the freezer.
Well, I do that too, but if I'm at the bar, they store it on the counter, so they shake it in ice.
My bar's nicer to me. They store it in the freezer.
So
I can't remember if at my bar I think we stored it on a shelf. We weren't fancy like that. See, he's doing it for you.
he is doing it for me. I thought he went on a call though.
No.
Ostram's an amazing guy, isn't
He
he?
is.
That's Dad right there.
He is. I didn't even ask him. I was like, I'm gonna go do this podcast real quick. I was like, I'm gonna log in there, but I'm gonna do it real quick. He's like, I got you.
an actual ray of sunshine. I don't know. This place would fall apart without him, honestly.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so Abby, what's your hot take?
I have a really explicit hot
Oh,
take.
good Lord.
So,
Should I close my ears?
if you need to, and if anyone's listening doesn't want to hear this, then they should also close their ears. But
Okay.
some of you bitches are fake bisexual. Some of you will be like, no, I like girls because you want to seem cool and edgy. And as soon as eating box comes up, you get disgusted.
All right.
That
All right.
I think is like, I think because of social media, it's become more of like a thing. It's not the same for boys because being bisexual for a boy is not considered cool, but being bisexual as a girl is considered cool or hot. So a lot of people just say they are, and they're lying.
Happy Pride Month. I'm just saying.
Justin, what's your hot take?
All right. So this was going to ruffle feathers, especially in our field. I feel that seatbelt laws and helmet laws are bullshit.
You're going to have to elaborate on that a little bit, man.
You should ask one of our coworkers about that seatbelt law because he'll tell you.
So I agree they all serve a purpose and they are for our better safety, the devices themselves. But the fact that you're going to make a law that says I have to wear one, I think is bullshit. It's the law itself. I agree seatbelts tend to save lives. Mike, you've been in this almost as long as I have, if not just as long. We've definitely had the patient that the seatbelt harmed them
That is true.
more than saved them. So, and helmets are kind of the same way.
I've never heard a helmet hurting anybody. I've heard of them saving people.
This is
but-
a hot take, man.
So-
Definitely.
This is spicy.
So, the hurting them in my mind is you wreck a motorcycle at 60 miles an hour, and yeah, the helmet will save your life. In air quotations. Just you're alive and breathing, but you can't wipe your own butt. Like,
True.
I'm sorry,
Without the helmet or with the helmet?
with the helmet.
Yeah, but without it.
Yeah, without it.
Without it, you're dead and your wife doesn't have to wipe your ass.
Yeah, but I feel like though with the helmet off, there's a good chance of a TBI, and you're probably gonna have not be able to wipe your ass anyway.
No, there's
If
a
you
good chance you're going to
survive.
be dead.
If you survive,
But the bigger chance is you're going to be dead and your wife doesn't have to wipe your ass.
yeah. I don't think my wife
So,
would. I think she's
so
just put me
my
in a
hot
home.
take is just that the laws are bullshit. It should be up to the person.
Gotcha.
Like, you shouldn't have to wear a seatbelt
I mean,
if you
that's
really
how-
don't want to.
I mean, Pennsylvania, there's no helmet law,
Correct.
so
There's many of states that don't have a helmet law. But for some reason, all of them have a seatbelt law.
yeah.
Be honest with me. How much of this is just because you feel like a dork when you're wearing a seatbelt and you want to look cool?
None. For the seatbelt,
Bullshit.
none.
For the helmet?
For the helmet, it's more of a comfort.
Okay.
They're uncomfortable.
But I feel like motorcycle helmets look so cool.
Especially if you got like the just the cap.
Yeah.
And that's what I have for when I'm riding in New York.
Yeah.
But you leave New York in either direction,
I
and there's no helmet law. So I take it off.
I can honestly tell you that if I bought a motorcycle, I would have a full face. Just saying.
Yeah, no, the full face thing, I think that makes you look cooler. Every time I see somebody with one of those on, I'm like, that's badass. That's sick.
Like, and then I know my face isn't gonna get messed up because we all know it's hot, so I got to keep it looking pretty. So.
That's what Mike is known for.
It's a
Right.
very gorgeous face.
That's right. Except for today, I didn't shave.
I like to think that someone who's listening to this has no idea what any of us look like.
There's a lot of them that are like
And
that.
they don't.
Right.
I do have a full face as well, plus the melon bucket.
Don't you feel cool with the full face on?
No.
That's like a huge thing. Like
I
you feel,
sweat my ass off every time
you
I
see
put that full face on.
But people think it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot on the inside. That's it.
Yeah. All right, so let's get started with the podcast here.
That was a hot
That
take,
was a
though.
hot
You have
take, it is.
to appreciate how controversial
I
it
could
was.
literally argue
It's
that. I
very
could argue
controversial.
that for a while. I'm sure, but
And to me, it all just boils down to why does the government get to tell me what I have to do?
well, it's America. It's free.
But is it?
For the record, Justin did warn us ahead of time that this was going to be a really hot take.
He
It
did.
was. He did
He
not
did.
disappoint.
All right, so Justin,
Yes, sir.
welcome on.
Good to be here.
Justin is an ALS provider, right?
I am.
How long you been doing it for?
I've been in EMS now almost 28 years.
Okay.
I've been a critical care tech for the last 13 and a half years. And I just recently became a paramedic.
Okay. That's cool. Now, how long you been bowling?
We should talk about that
We're
when we're
actually-
finally talking about bowling.
Wait. Let me do the math here real quick.
You've done it since you were 3?
3.
Oh wow.
So 38 years.
All right. So, as
Damn,
our-
I just aged myself. That's bad.
We got to talk about the origin of the podcast because now all 3 of the founders are finally on.
right. So when we initially started this whole podcast thing, Justin was supposed to be part of it, and that's why we named it EMS and Bowling.
And I
then-
refused.
Then Justin bailed out. So
There was no bailing out. I refused from the start.
yeah, well, whatever. He bailed on us. So we named it EMS and Bowling, and then it had nothing to do with bowling because neither me or Abby had anything to do with bowling.
Which I found hilarious.
And then Justin would listen to the podcast, and so would his wife, and we would talk about him every once in a great while. And his wife finally convinced him. I think she used her big girl voice and told him to do it.
I think she got to episode 3 and texted me, "You need to do it." I was like, "I don't want to." She's like, "No balls." So that was my deciding
Bowling
factor.
balls.
What's your wife's name?
Tiffany.
Tiffany, shout out. You made this happen. Thank you for listening and thank you for forcing your husband on.
And then I think it was episode 4 where you guys spent like the first 3 or 4 minutes
Ragging on you?
ragging hard. And she texted me again, when you gonna do it? No balls. So since then, I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. I don't want to.
So Justin loves bowling. And on top of that, Justin also does bowling ball reviews.
We got to talk about the YouTube because that's how this started.
That's right. He's
The
got
YouTube channel.
His brother has a YouTube channel, and he plays with his balls and he reviews them.
You didn't have to say it like that.
Oh no, but that was a good way to put it.
He gets new ones every month.
He gets new balls every month. His wife gives them back to him every
I'm
month.
jealous.
So tell us about the YouTube channel.
X in the Pit Bowling on YouTube.
Okay.
My brother runs X in the Pit Pro Shop, and he decided shortly after he opened it up that he would attempt to review every bowling ball released to give the average bowler an idea about the ball before they purchased it. Because if you watch a lot of the bowling ball reviews on YouTube or TikTok or wherever you watch them at, it's a bunch of people that are either professionals or employees of the bowling ball companies that are contracted with that company, and they throw it 4 or 5 shots fresh out of the box with no follow-up. So you get the peak performance reaction look down lane, and that's what they put out there, claiming it's the next big ball.
There's going to be so many ball jokes.
There's going to be so many ball
Absolutely.
jokes.
My brother's channel dives a little deeper. We use typical league bowlers. Like, I average 195 to 205. I'm not a professional
They're going to keep talking. I'm going to step out for a second because my dad is calling me.
I'm not a professional in the least bit.
Okay.
But I can give the the next person that throws the ball kind of like me an idea of what that ball will do fresh out of box. And then after it breaks in and changes how it reacts. So as the ball breaks in, they change how they react down lane.
Gotcha.
Some get better, some get worse. So we do the fresh out of box review, and then 40 to 50 games later, we come back and shoot another video and kind of give our overall opinion of the ball.
That's interesting because, like, I just thought you would open the ball and be like, yep, it's round.
I-
It goes down
Man.
the alley. It's good. It hits pins.
And I'm the typical league bowler, so I don't pay attention to all the numbers. Like, my brother can rip off all the numbers for these different balls and what they're supposed to be able to do.
Is it like weight? Is it like weight balance? Like what?
There's
It's
different
it's
weights.
weight balance and how you drill it to change the weight balance.
Okay.
The pin point.
There's so many things that go into to drilling a bowling ball
Gotcha.
that,
See, I don't know anything about bowling other than like
man,
I've done it before.
and honestly, like you said, it's round, it rolls down the lane. Like,
Right. I do know that.
majority of the time, that is our thought process. Is it's round, it rolls down the lane, it turns when it's supposed to, or it doesn't turn when it's supposed to hit the pocket.
I do remember when I was younger, I used to live in Germany, and I remember going bowling in Germany. And if I remember correctly, there was no holes in the balls. So maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I was young.
Was it a almost like croquet size
No,
ball?
it was a regular size
It was
ball.
a full size ball.
Right, and you like held it like nobody can see me, but like held it like this, and then like cupped it, and it was it was weird.
Almost like two-handed bowling.
I haven't seen any of that. I've seen some wooden bowling balls that only have 2 holes. You know, you'd put one finger and your thumb into it. And then there's the duck pin or candle pin that uses a ball about the size of a softball with no holes at all.
So we talked about your balls.
Yep.
I missed so much.
You did.
So what about? I mean, you say you average 200,
I do.
somewhere around there. That's a pretty good score, I think. 'Cause
Yeah.
I usually average like 85.
I don't understand how bowling scoring works, like at all.
I could probably sit here for the next hour and try to teach you bowling scoring. And I
just
feel like
rotating
you
us to step
still
out.
wouldn't be able to
That's
understand it.
probably true. Whenever I go, I'm just throwing balls and hoping for the best.
With the automatic scoring now, it just takes all of the math out of it for you. So you just look at the number.
Okay, so tell me this: is a higher or lower score better?
Higher.
Okay, higher. It is higher. Okay.
So it's not
Okay.
like golf, which I believe once you find the ball, you won. Like, we're done. You hit it, you find it, we're done. Like, why are we going to hit it again?
What's the perfect score for bowling? There is one, right? Like
There
there's
is.
perfect
It's
games.
300.
300. What's like the average for someone who's like not you, for like a normal person?
I am the normal person.
I don't think
Well,
you are.
no, like a house?
like yeah, like a commoner.
So typically, if you're a league bowler, you have an average, and they really do range. I've got a couple bowlers that have just started in the last year or two, and they're averaging around 100 to 120 a game.
Okay.
And then there's bowlers like myself that are averaging around the 200 mark, and we even have people that are averaging 230.
Shit. What's the highest you've ever scored? Oh, you don't seem to like that question. I thought you would like that question.
278.
You seem oddly bitter about it. That's like a really good score.
I've been bowling for over 30 years, and I've only scored a 278.
I understand because I've been playing guitar a long time and I still can't play Eruption by Van Halen, and it makes me really upset. We all have our things.
So, in addition to that, for the league bowler, everything is done by the series as well, which a series is your 3-game total. So, over 290 for a single game is an honor score. Over 800 is an honor score. and then 900 is the perfect. You threw 300s.
So-
I've never broken 750.
How does competing work? Like, what are you doing?
Whoever
Depends
gets the
on the
best score
situation.
wins.
Well, I got that, but like you're in like a league. Like I'm assuming it's like a bracket, but like I don't
So-
know. Are you only facing off against one other like team at a time?
Yes and no. So in a league, you are bowling for points.
Not
so
the rest of the time?
tournaments are different. So in a league, you're bowling for points. So you're trying to beat the team you're bowling against in each individual game, whether that's a heads-up league or not. So if it's a heads-up league, like I'm trying to beat the person that's in the same spot on the other team, and then that's a point.
But some are not all like that.
Not all of them are like that, but then there's the team total. So if my team throws 824 and their team throws 825 with handicap, they take the point. So at the end of the year, they add up all of the points, and whoever has the highest point totals, they take first place for the league.
Okay.
Tournaments are done a little differently depending on the tournament.
Makes a lot of sense.
But does it?
Not really.
I've been doing this for
Well,
a
he warned
long
us. He warned us it
time.
wouldn't make sense.
Right. So how many turkeys have you bowled?
I can't count that.
So none?
Oh no, I've had a lot.
A lot?
Turkeys are just
What's
3 strikes
higher-
in a
right.
row.
What's higher than a turkey?
A ham bone.
A ham bone? You
That's
ever done
4
one of those?
strikes in a yes.
Okay.
Continue.
Yes. I've thrown the first 8.
The first 8 strikes in a
Yes.
row. How do you do that?
Actually, I've actually thrown 14 strikes in a row, but never in one game.
Okay.
Because 12 strikes in one game is the 300.
Right.
So I've thrown 14 strikes in a row. I've just never started frame 1 and ended frame 10.
You guys are gonna have to talk about balls on your own for a moment again.
Alrighty. Yeah, I've definitely hit maybe 2 strikes in a game, but never in a row.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not that good.
We should go bowling, and maybe I can help you with that.
Maybe. I like to go bowling. We don't really have. I don't think we have any bowling alleys in my area anymore. Oh, we do. We have one in Corning. That's the closest one to me, I think.
I have a mantra that I kind of repeat to myself a lot while I'm bowling, and that is bowling is fun.
I do like bowling. I think it's fun too.
I keep repeating that to myself to remind me bowling is supposed to be fun and not competitive.
For me,
Because
it's
when
fun.
I start bowling bad, I get mad.
Oh, of course you do. Why wouldn't you?
So
Well, you could. It's because you do it for competition, though. Like someone like me that don't. I just take my kids and go
Absolutely.
bowling. It's fun.
and that's what the game was truly designed around.
So if I get 1 strike and the rest of them are all gutter balls, I'm
Hey,
okay with
you
that.
scored 10, man.
Right.
We're good.
Right. I'm okay with that. So it's been a long time though. I remember we went one time and took all of our kids, and this was before my 4-year-old was born. But
Don't do it now. It's expensive.
I mean, everything is expensive now. You can't do anything without it being expensive.
I went open bowling recently at a house separate from where I normally bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I get a little leeway, and the owner of the house I normally bowl at cuts me some deals.
Okay.
But I went to this other house, and when they told me $10 a game, I went, "Are you kidding me?"
Jesus, per person?
Yes, $10
Damn.
a game per person, and I remember when I was a kid, man, it was like $2.
Right. Or you go to Rock and Bowl, and it was $10 to get in, and you bowl as many
Right.
times as you can while you're there.
Right, you'd pay $10 for 2 hours and just bowl
Right.
with all the music and the lights.
Yeah, that was so
and
much fun.
That is the best time to bowl.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time, but I don't mind throwing some bowls.
It's fun, man.
My finger starts to hurt a little bit, but
That happens. I mean, those of us that do it regularly learn what parts of your finger hurt, so we do things
Like tape it?
To prevent it, like tape it.
I was going to say he has tape on his finger, so he must have bowled today.
Yeah, I
You
literally.
did. You said
I
you don't.
came from a bowling league with my daughter, so I didn't take it all off yet. My ring finger has some bare spots where I've peeled some skin off, so I wear tape on that now. My thumb gets pretty worn in certain spots, so I throw tape on that spot.
Gotcha. So if you were going to give advice to anybody about bowling, what would that be?
Decide how deeply you want to dive before you jump in.
Okay. So let's go to someone that doesn't bowl a lot, that just wants to go and have fun.
They want to just go and have fun.
What do you suggest?
Have
What's
fun.
your advice?
Have fun with it.
Have fun with it.
Just have fun with it. You don't need to go and buy the $300 bowling shoes. You don't need to go and buy 4 bowling balls at $250 a piece.
I just go and look around the bowling alley and see what I can find.
If you want to just go and have fun, go and have fun.
And alcohol with it is better.
And
how old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh, okay. I thought you were younger. I'm sorry.
No.
and bowling is one of the unique sports that you can drink while you participate. And yes, bowling is a sport.
I wonder where Abby went. I wonder what's going on with her.
Yeah, that would be nice to know, wouldn't it?
Right. All right. So we talked about bowling a little bit. I feel like we're breaking the rules of Fight Club though, because we don't ever talk about bowling on this podcast.
Right.
I have one person that messaged me on TikTok and was like, "This is really cool because I'm an EMS and I'm a bowler, so I'm really happy about this podcast." And I don't think he ever listened to it because we never talked about bowling. So
I say you had one guest that mentioned it briefly, and I think Abby kind of got excited, like, "Oh, we're finally going to talk about
we're
bowling."
talking about bowling. Who was that?
And now she's not even here.
I don't know what's going on, but I don't remember who it was that talked about bowling.
I don't either.
Interesting. We've done so many episodes, like good.
Yeah,
God,
they
can't
all
remember
just
any
kind
of
of
them.
blend together, right?
All right, so you bowl. You've been in EMS for 26 years, right? Was that what it was?
28.
28 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Candor, New York.
Okay. Born and raised?
Yeah, I was born right here in the Ithaca Hospital. Grew up in Candor my entire life.
That seems like a lot of fun.
It's just as much fun as cow tipping.
I blinked and went through Candor once.
I'm surprised it took you a full blink.
No, we go to Candor once a year. I think it's Candor.
The pumpkin farm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to Candor for the pumpkin farm.
Everybody goes to Candor for the pumpkin farm.
It's a nice little place.
Sure.
Do you ever go? Every year, right?
A lot more than I want to.
Right.
That area is a very big spot for motor vehicle accidents.
Oh, I was talking about
with our
for fun.
district. So I'm there all the time.
I was talking about for fun, not for work.
I avoid it.
You avoid it?
I let the wife take the kids.
Okay.
I avoid it.
I stopped there one time. I was coming back. This is when I worked for a different agency out of Elmira. I was coming back from Lord's, and I stopped there to get donuts and cider on the way back.
Cider is the number one thing I buy from them.
Yeah.
The people that they contract with to get their cider, I think their cider is some of the best in the area.
They don't make it their own there by themselves?
Nah,
Oh, well,
if it's the same company that I remember, they use the cider mill out of Endicott.
Gotcha. So what's yeah, I don't even know. Abby's gone. I'm not even prepared right now.
So I have a feeling we're cutting some of this out.
No, we're not. We don't cut anything out ever. Let me get my my question here. I was supposed to. I know Abby had it pulled up and then she walked out. So.
Can I do it myself?
Sorry.
So what made you choose EMS?
I don't know.
Were you part of a fire department and that got you into it or anything?
No,
'Cause that's a lot of the way a lot of people start out.
I was able to join the squad younger than I was able to join the fire department.
Okay.
So I have a unique family dynamic
His daughter's shaking her head.
because it hurts her brain every time I try to explain this to her. So my mother was married before she got with my father.
Okay.
Her ex-husband got remarried and had another son at about the same time that my mother had me.
Okay.
And somehow him and I became really good friends because his mother and father were both EMTs. When we were 13, the squad held a CPR course and allowed what they called junior squad members to apply at the age of 13. So I applied to be a junior squad member purely to hang out with my friend more.
Okay. That's why I joined the fire department, was hanging out with my friends.
Right. So I joined to hang out with him more. We took the CPR course, and then I was voted in like the next month. He has very quickly realized EMS was not what he wanted to do, and somehow I got hooked and couldn't imagine anything else to do.
So have you ever done any other jobs other than EMS?
I've done some seismic drilling. I've worked in the food service. I've worked for Walmart.
We've all worked in the food service, I think.
I think so.
I think majority of us that works in EMS worked in the food service.
I mean, what other job hires you at 14?
Right. That's when I started at McDonald's, was 14.
Like, I started at Burger King at 14. I delivered papers when I was 12 and 13.
Right.
And then I went into the food service.
I never had a paper route myself, but I had a friend that had a paper route, and every time he would go on like vacation, I would be his fill-in for him. I would do it for him.
So the same friend that got me into EMS, him and I would split the route. It was like we would go out together and just deliver together, and we would split the route. And then I went into the food service at 14, working at Burger King. Left Burger King to go to Walmart. Came back to Burger King. Went to Wings Over Ithaca.
I didn't know you worked there.
That is actually the reason why I know Ithaca as well as I do.
You deliver for them?
I did.
Nice.
Yeah, I worked in the kitchen. I delivered. I became a manager. And then I started to pursue the paid EMS route.
With Candor? Or?
I started actually with South Seneca,
Okay.
working up there as a basic, even though at the time I was a basic for them. I had my critical care card, but they didn't want to utilize the critical care.
Okay.
In their mind, it was you're a paramedic or you're an EMT.
Gotcha.
During my time there, they started to branch out and go, okay, CCs can really do all of this stuff, so we're going to start to utilize them. And then I applied here at Bangs in 2016.
Nice. So we always do this, and you've got a lot of years of experience, so it might take you a little bit to figure it out, but we always ask, what is one crazy call that you've been on? And it doesn't have to be like serious. It could be funny. It could be anything like that. So what do you got?
Any caveats?
Right.
Like I've listened, so I know you do the ones like with a rider.
Right.
Or
So, yeah, this one's just
straight up.
Straight up. It could be serious. It could be funny.
I'm gonna go with when I was 16 or 17.
Okay.
We got called for a child face down in a pool.
Oh, geez. All right.
It was actually my first CPR save that I was a part of.
Well, now we know the outcome.
2 or 3 year old little girl found face down in the pool. We worked that whole call. Like we pulled her out of the pool. We did the whole CPR thing, and
So face down.
we found her face down. We pulled her out of the pool. We did the whole CPR thing. Ended up being a save. Not that our agency told us it was a save. So we ended up at our yearly squad banquet. And the captain called a bunch of people up front, myself included, and it all ended up being the same people that were on this call, and they gave no context. And then the squad captain started to describe the call, and as the ones that she called up, we were all kind of looking at each other like, why are they making us relive this call? Like, that was horrible. Like,
Right.
at that point, we all thought that the baby had passed. And then from a side room, out walks this 3 or 4 year old child at the time with a bunch of CPR safe pins. And then a few years later, her mother actually joined and became an EMT with the squad.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, that's a good reason to join. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
When you see it actually happen in action and see what
Absolutely.
being an EMT or paramedic can do, that's pretty amazing. I know with the last couple of years with my fire department, we've had a few saves, and one of them, we were all brought into the station. I was actually working for the ambulance agency at the time. I was on the call with the ambulance, but it was in my fire district, and we all got called to the fire department, and he was there and thanked us all, and we all got pins and all that stuff, and the news was there. So that's a pretty cool feeling to be able to be a part of that.
A CPR save doesn't happen enough.
Honestly though, I think you're right. It doesn't, but I think that it does happen frequently, but I don't think we get enough
Correct.
recognition for you did a great job on that save.
They happen semi-frequently, but it is one of the rarest things that we have.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of agencies don't put enough emphasis on you fought the Grim Reaper and you hit that 3 to 4% chance that it was successful.
So what do you consider a save?
Walk out of the hospital.
Okay, so not ROSC and you dropped them off at the hospital and they still have a pulse.
Correct.
Okay. So walking out of the hospital.
Walking out of the hospital. And in the last 28 years, I've had 3.
Okay. I've had a few, probably more than 3, but yeah, okay, I get what you mean.
And like, that's a big deal. And I know of some agencies out there that just ignore it.
Yeah, which they shouldn't, because honestly, the way this job goes, like a lot of the stuff that we deal with is bullshit, you know?
Absolutely.
And to have a call like that where you have a save, you know, that really boosts your what do I want to say here?
Drive?
Your drive, and makes you want to do it more when you can see an outcome like that.
Because that type of outcome is the type of outcome that goes, it makes you realize that, like, this is why we do it.
Right. This is why we did this. This is why we're here.
Yes.
Is to do this. And, you know, you're right. I don't think we get enough recognition. I don't think people, it's not something that, you know, oh, you got to save, good job, you know, and then pat on the back, you're done.
I'm not trying to give any company out there crap because they don't recognize it. I just feel that every company should recognize that.
Right.
And even if it's just that, hey, we had this crew had a cardiac arrest that they ended up walking out of the hospital 3 days later.
Right.
Congratulations, guys. Nice job. I'm not looking for pins or patches or a big ceremony.
Just a heads up. Hey, listen.
Like, hey, your patient actually made it.
Right.
Because a lot of the time we don't even get the feedback of the patient made it or the patient passed.
Right. And I think that's not like, that may not be an agency issue. That may be a hospital issue also, because a lot of the times, like, even if you call the hospital to get an update, they're like, well,
Right.
we don't know. They got moved to a different unit. We don't know. Or,
unfortunately, one of the number one ways that paramedics get feedback of how their patient turned out is the obituaries.
yeah, that's true. What do they call them? The paramedic sports page?
I believe I've heard that a couple times. Yes.
I mean, it's not the, that I don't know. Yeah. I'm not going to get into that.
I don't want to get too grim here, but yes, I've heard that a couple of times.
So that's probably our first time somebody has talked about kind of like a serious call. Usually they're filled with laughter and joy and whatever, or funny stuff. But I appreciate that because not everything that we do is funny.
Absolutely. And I think that one sticks out because I was so young.
Right. I totally understand.
Like at 16 or 17 years old, you shouldn't be doing compressions on a 2 or 3 year old baby. Like,
absolutely not. That's something that you definitely should not be doing. I do remember a call, this coming into like the save thing. We had a gentleman that was at work. It was first thing in the morning. Me and my partner were actually getting ready to leave. Like it was just a shift change. And we got called for a gentleman that was having chest pain and he was diaphoretic and he was just didn't look good is what we got in the description. And, we got there, the guy was just sitting in a chair and he like steps over the stretcher. He was, one of those tough guys, and we get him in the back of the ambulance and he had the Widowmaker. And he literally was like talking to us. The next thing I know, he's just done. He code like right there in front of us. We got him back on the way to the hospital, got pulses back, took him right into the cath lab. And 3 days later, we were upstairs talking to him. Not even in the ICU. He was in like the normal like.
And that's huge. Like
right.
The Widowmaker's success or survival rate. Last time I looked at the numbers is something like 0.07%.
Yeah. So we got to say, we got to go in and he got to thank us and. Like, see how he is. And he was normal. Like there was no side effects from it. He was perfectly good. So, but there was a second. Like if it would have taken us like more than another like 5 minutes to get there, he would have had that episode before we got there. And then
the story would be completely different.
It would be completely different. Yeah.
The matter of 1 minute could have changed that outcome.
Abby, what's going on? Welcome back.
I've been a bad influence, and I just had to go deal with the consequences. What did I miss?
Wow.
A brief summary. Very brief summary.
So we finished talking about bowling, and then we got to EMS. He did his crazy call.
I'll have to listen to this episode. Fuck.
Yeah, you're going to have to listen.
Is this going to be the first one?
Low key.
Well, I mean, yeah, which is understandable for her because she's here for the episodes.
Absolutely.
I hear them real time.
Right.
I'm trying to find the questions again. This is much
So we just got done with this crazy call, and we are going to be on the So You Got a Rider Tonight segment.
Don't play the sound effect, please.
She hates my sound effects. I love them.
What the f***?
I hate that one.
Justin told me to do it.
Say if he didn't, I was going to say no balls.
It was pure. You got lots
Can
of
we
balls.
have that as a sound effect?
Especially Cizo, that's what got me here.
Justin saying no balls.
Yeah. I think that's way better than the what the fuck sound effect.
Right. So, in this 20 whatever years you've been doing this, I'm sure you've had a lot of riders with you. A lot of students, a lot of EMT students, a lot of this, a lot of that.
I was a rider.
Not as much as you would think.
Abby just said she was a rider with you one time. Do you have any?
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah, your daughter was.
And I'll be honest, Abby, I don't remember the day you were on my truck.
That's totally fair. Because why would you? Like, you have so many of them. Yeah.
And as my daughter just said, she's rode with me before.
Multiple times.
I actually just had a shift at my other agency where she was actually my partner.
That's pretty cool. I've been my daughter's partner once.
That reminds me of I have to bring this up because I promised Kenzie I would.
Oh, good Lord.
Do it.
I'm going to bring this up by asking you first. So if your daughter called you.
Oh, my God. It's about the damn bat.
It was like, Dad, there's a bat in my house and I'm too scared to get it out. Can you please come help me? Would you go?
I absolutely would go, but I would tell her to shoot it.
But you would go to help. You would go to like be like, okay, here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna go down.
Okay. One.
Crazy.
Let me defend myself here. Okay. One.
I'm here to defend Kenzie. I'm
I
sorry.
said, call your landlord. It's his problem, right? Because it costs money to get bats out of an apartment or a house.
It absolutely does, unless you can do it yourself.
Call your landlord. It's his problem. Two, they were paving my street and I couldn't drive down it. How am I supposed to get to her apartment?
She didn't mention that part, but you could have found a way.
I'm not walking. Do you see me? Have you seen me lately? You think I'm going to walk like
You
the 3
ran a
miles to her
5K.
apartment?
Yes.
No.
But you were training and all of that.
But there was
Don't let
only,
Betty-
a 5K is only like 2 point something miles. Jesus.
Finish this one. Mike, you're so
Drink
I'm
up.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me take a sip of my coffee while they're taking drinks of that nasty stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be calm.
You're just jealous.
Learn how to actually properly catch a bat by an expert. You put a coat hanger, grab a paper bag, just make a hole at the bottom of it. Put the coat hanger through it. So the opening, it hangs off of the coat hanger. And then when it's up in there, you just, and then, okay.
So I'm going to give you my friend Kenzie's number because
God,
Mike isn't going to
on
help
that
her
one.
out.
I
No,
was
they
younger.
got the bat out. Her landlord went and
I know
got
she
the
showed
bat
me a
out.
picture. I was all for like you should try to become a vampire because that's my dream. And
Okay.
every time somebody compares me to a vampire, I'm like,
Rabies
that's the
is
nicest thing
definitely
anyone's
a
ever
real
said.
thing, and vampires are also. A
How do
real
you know I
thing.
don't already have it?
I don't know. I mean, so I was looking at a house recently because I'm in the market of buying a house, and the barn was full of bats. I had no problem going in there. I had no problem living with the bats.
I think they're kind of cute, but I get why people don't want them in their house. But I think they're
I
kinda cute.
would have called a professional to come remove them. I would not
I
have tried to
have
do it
never
myself.
heard that before.
The bats are kind of cute.
That bats are cute.
I don't want them
Bats
in
are
my
like a
house.
rodent.
I don't want them in my house, but I think they're pretty cute. I also think they're cool. They have the whole like vampire imagery. I don't know. I like them.
I'm cool with the whole vampire thing because I'm also a nerd. But I've never heard a bat be called cute,
think
and
they're
I don't
kinda
think I can
cute.
support that thought process.
I also it's the exact same thing with mice where I think I don't want them in my house, but I think mice are pretty cute. Like if you look at it, like
Mice are
it's pretty
kind of
cute. Yeah.
I mean,
Bats are not.
I like them. I have a soft spot for them, I guess. They're like weird goth flying rats. I
I
don't
like
know.
Batman.
Okay, now I get it. Now I get it with the whole goth thing.
I feel like
get
if
it
you
now.
look at me, you should understand that I like bats.
I like Batman. Does that count?
He has nothing to do with any of this.
I just want to say that you've never seen me and Batman in the same room before, so
You guys look exactly the same.
I am Batman.
I actually have a problem with Batman because he's literally just some rich fuck, and instead of like helping with like the city's actual like system of wealth distribution, he's just going and beating up poor people. Like, what the fuck is
He's
that?
going and beating up drug
He's
dealers.
literal police brutality.
He's going and beating up the criminals, not poor
Right.
people.
I don't know. Every time somebody is like,
How
he
broke
should just.
was the Joker?
I don't.
You gotta have money to have all that
This is another
cool
problem I
stuff.
have with him. This is another problem I have with him. It's that he's always like, no, I refuse to kill anybody, and so the Joker just keeps on escaping and killing people, and Batman's like, no.
So he has a moral compass.
I think at some point the moral compass should steer you to be like, maybe you should get rid of the serial killer. Maybe it's time.
How did we go talk about Batman and Joker
I
and
think it was a pretty clear
I mean,
progression.
I am all for capital punishment, but like judge, jury, he can't be all
Batman.
three.
I think at a certain point, if you're the only person who can catch that fucker, you have a moral obligation to be like, maybe it's time people stop dying just because this guy's insane.
And now I feel like you should not be living in a city.
I would thrive in a city.
And you do, but I
think-
feel like you
I don't think it's
you
a
fit
city.
the mentality better of farming community out in the outliers
I grew up
of
in
a city, like,
Yikes. I'm so sorry.
you know.
I grew up and all my friends are farmers.
And now it makes more sense that she feels like Batman should be judge, jury, and executioner.
Right.
I just think he's not really doing anything that's like really all that effective. I think at a certain point you need to look logistically at what's going on and be like, okay, this person is a deranged serial killer. They've killed so many people. They're going to continue to do it. Maybe it's time to just we're dealt with.
So, person kicks in your front door, you call the cops or you shoot them?
Well, I would love to own a gun, Justin, but there's no way that I will ever be allowed to do that.
Why not? Because you live in a city.
That's a whole nother episode.
That is not. It's not because I live in a city. But like, here's the thing. I feel like if you go far enough into leftist, like if you go far enough towards that direction, you come all the way back around into being okay with owning a gun.
So, Justin, you got a rider tonight. I'm just saying.
We're freestyling. It's what the podcast is for.
We are freestyling. I just know where this conversation is going to go about guns and Ithaca, and
I think we were all on the same page.
we all are on the
I
same page.
really think we were all on the same
we
page.
were all.
there.
There was no tension.
I can answer the question. If someone comes banging in through my door, I know what I would do. Run.
For real. Loki, sometimes I will hear, because I live alone, and I'll hear like a noise in the middle of the night, and I'll just be like, I'll just die. Like, it's fine.
Sad part is I wouldn't even grab
Whatever.
a gun. I would just throw a hatchet.
Oh.
It's a lot easier for the cops to confiscate a hatchet than my firearm.
Yeah, I mean, my safe is right next to my bedside, so that would be where I would go.
That's right where my safe is.
Should we talk about riders now?
So we're going to now get back on track.
I guess so. So, what's your funny story about a rider?
I actually only have one call that comes to mind with a rider. Wow. And I was kind of nervous when I listened to the episode with Bostrom, because I kind of figured this would have been one of his that he discussed. It's another CPR safe, but it started out as a respiratory distress. Bostrom was my partner. We were somehow miraculously able to put two paramedics, or two ALS providers, because I was only a CC at the time, on the truck together. It was supposed to be his call, but when we decided to just leave the scene and start transporting to the hospital, I was in the middle of performing a procedure that I couldn't quite stop in the middle of it. So I was like, all right, just go drive. I've got this. We'll go. We also had our fly car on scene. So we had 3 paramedics, no basics.
None of those useless fuckers.
They are not useless.
Basically basic.
A good basic allows me to be a good paramedic.
Neither of us would know anything about that.
No.
What's being good basic?
I've had the unique ability recently to pick my basics, and both of you are at the top of that list. As we just discussed, like 3 minutes before this started.
Who's higher, me or Mike?
Well, I work with you more, so you.
Go, you can continue
I
with
only
your
see
story.
him
now.
on Sundays when he's dispatching, so.
That's true. We've only worked together once because I'm always dispatching when you're here.
Right.
So I did pick up one Thursday overnight one time a long time ago. But I worked with Kenzie.
Because I wasn't allowed to switch.
So we didn't know each other then though.
No.
I didn't know who you were.
I've heard your name a bunch,
Well,
even
yeah.
before you came back.
Well, that's
I
because
heard your
I'm-
name a bunch.
I mean, there's a lot of stories about me
There's
here.
a lot of stories.
Oh, good Lord.
But I didn't know who you were. I didn't know anything. And I was still in that mode of I've dealt with enough new people. I don't want to keep teaching. I want to just be comfortable on my truck.
Oh, but I never even did like an orientation here. I just came back and asked Mel about that. She'll tell you about that story.
Continue with yours, though. Continue
Oh
with
yeah,
yours.
yeah.
I was in the middle of starting an IV, which you really can't stop once you start the process. You either completely forego it or you finish it. So I was like, all right, I'm starting it. Let's just go to the hospital. Joe was our fly car medic, and he jumped in the fly car and followed us all the way to the hospital.
You had a good team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bostrom, Joe, and myself, like,
Yeah.
2 out of the top 4 or 5 paramedics I would love to work with, both on the scene at the same time. Like, I felt very comfortable with the crew I had. We put him on CPAP and CAPNO. We start to the hospital. We get, and I only know this because we transport from this place all the time. We get 0.7 miles away from the hospital. Now, I get the IV, I give the Dex, I give the medications, like, we're going. But 0.7 miles away from the hospital, he codes.
I hate that.
I have a EMT student who, to this day, I could not tell you what his name was. And this was the first call that I've ever said, well, we have him on CPAP. Let's not remove the full mask. Let's just pop the CPAP tubing off and throw the BVM on it. We have a great seal.
Right.
You start bagging. I start compressions. I yell up to Bostrom, update the hospital. And the next voice I hear over the radio is not Bostrom. It's Joe from the fly car, updating the hospital that we're doing CPR.
He sees you in the back windows.
He saw me in the back windows thumping, and it was like 0.7 miles, man. Like, I'm not stopping to ask Joe to jump on. Like,
Right.
we're right there. Let's just get there. And we actually ended up no shocks, no medications from us. We get to the hospital and we go to unload him. He is in a normal-ish rhythm with a palpable pulse. So we walk through the front door. He codes again. We start CPR as we're heading to the recovery room. They do CPR for a minute or so. They give some epi, and he gets pulses back. And then I think the biggest reason why this call is memorable to me is less of the fact that I had a rider while he coded. This was a Friday evening, and I went out on another cardiac arrest like immediately. It was the next Monday. I ended up in the ICU to do a transfer from our hospital to another hospital. And I was like, hey, shits and giggles, man. Like, how'd this guy fare? Like, I want an update. And the hospital was actually gracious enough to say, well, he's actually in this room over here and getting ready to be discharged in less than an hour.
Hell yeah.
So they were like, do you want to go say hi? I was like, I was 50-50. I was like, I kind of feel like I'm imposing a little bit by saying, yeah, I want to go say hi. But at the same time, how often do you get to shake the hand of the guy you just performed CPR on?
Yeah.
You don't.
So I said, yeah, let's go say hi. And I walk in, and guy looks completely different. I did not recognize him when I walked in the room. He looked completely different. And I was like, well, you probably don't remember me, but I was one of the medics with you. And he's like, I just have to ask, were you the one that started CPR on me? I was like, yeah, I was. He's like, man, I figured it had to be a big old fucker that started because I fucking hurt.
That's hilarious.
I was like, man, I'm so glad you could tell me you hurt, but I'm so sorry that you hurt.
Right.
So we shook hands. We talked for probably 3 minutes, and then I went to my transfer, and I got him out. He was discharged less than an hour later and went home.
That's so fucking funny. That is not at all what I expected to be said.
I knew it was some big dude.
And
That is funny.
I was pushing 300 pounds at the time.
I would have been like, man, I'm not saving you again if you code.
Right. You just call me fat. At least he had the nerve to tell you, and not like my patient who showed me.
That shit was so funny. It was in the same week that she complimented my hair too. So
We talk about this all the time.
I may have missed this one. What are we talking about?
One of our regular patients
Okay.
didn't tell me I was fat. She pointed at me, and then she went,
well, she can't speak, so there
I
wasn't
know
the
the
option.
patient now, and
yeah,
that same patient spit on me.
yeah. She's lovely.
She is.
she's kind of funny in some ways. I don't know. I
Sometimes
know
she
it's
is.
annoying to deal with her, but like sometimes I'm like, this is kind of funny.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Last time I picked her up, there was like a bunch of people recording us as we were like walking in.
I hate that.
I
Oh
know,
my
me
god, I
too.
hate that so
hate
much.
that. Put your phones away. Let people do their job. Let people have their medical emergencies in peace.
I always say something.
Just because we're
yeah.
outside walking, it's legal to record doesn't mean you really should.
Do you say something? I always do.
That one call, I yelled at.
It
people.
depends. Like if they're getting in my way from providing care to my patient, absolutely. Put your phone away. Back up. Like, let us do our job. Mm-hmm. Last thing I want is be tripping over somebody because they feel like it's clickbait or a way for them to get noticed on social media.
Right. Some people are just doing it for evidence, though. Like depending on the call.
Even
You know
in
what I'm
that
saying?
moment, back up. Let us do our job.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I always frame it as like this person is having a medical crisis and it's like the worst day of their life, and you're standing there recording like you're being a jerk,
Right.
and that usually
Absolutely.
fixes it.
And they are. There's
Yeah.
And most of the time, the patient would rather them not record.
Oh my god, if I had to call an ambulance and somebody was just standing there recording me, that would be so insulting.
Absolutely. The first thing you would say is you would
Knock it
tell them
off.
to leave.
Yeah.
But in this area, they feel entitled to just sit there and do what they want.
And you just gotta let them.
Sometimes you have to,
Because it would cause a bigger problem than it would if you just got in your rig and drove away.
which is why I try to get in my rig as quick as possible and drive away.
I had that one that was last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to yell at people to go away because they were recording.
So I know you've been in EMS a long time. Obviously, your daughter's here. She's taking her EMT, so EMS is kind of a big thing in your family. Has it changed your life in any way? Like, I mean, obviously you started at a very young age, so it's not like you did something and then got into EMS, but like, has EMS changed any like way you think of life or whatever?
Oh, it had to have.
Yeah.
Definitely did for me.
Let's go back to the beginning of the episode where I said helmet laws are bullshit.
Here we go
Jesus.
again. The hot take that doesn't cool down.
It's the hottest take yet, by the way.
So it had to have, because if I didn't do this job, I probably wouldn't have that outlook. Like, I would probably be like the normal, mundane person that's,
Boring.
it's the law, so we're going to follow it.
Interesting.
But what's the other repercussions for following that law? Like, I've had the patients that were, for lack of a better term, literally hung by their seatbelt.
Right.
So if they weren't wearing it, they probably would have survived the accident because the seatbelt didn't strangle them. I've had the patients that ended up paralyzed and partially brain dead and severe deficits to the point that they couldn't wipe their own butt. And if they
You
weren't,
keep going back to that. Are you afraid of something?
oh yeah, I do not want my wife to wipe my ass because I wrecked my motorcycle. Like, I do not want that at all. I would rather be dead.
Gotcha.
We put you in a nursing home.
And I would jump quick as shit.
There's apparently they were going to start a GoFundMe page for what nursing home they're going to put me in.
Yeah, if we pass around the hat, we can get Justin into it.
I mean, we could
A
probably
mediocre
afford
one.
we could probably, never mind, I won't say the name.
Yeah, I wanted to drop it in so bad too.
I really did, but I won't. I won't drop the name. But we could probably afford that one for Mike if we all put in and
Thanks,
you
guys.
know.
I'm going to
Appreciate it.
post a link to the GoFundMe on the EMS and Bowling Facebook page. I'm going to need you guys to chip in.
My wife will appreciate it.
I actually have a question for you regarding your changed outlook or potential changed outlook. So, did you encourage your daughter to
I
be
did
in
not.
EMS? Because I'm curious about
absolutely
that.
did
Yeah.
not.
Because I don't encourage I love this job. I would not encourage anybody to do it ever.
And I'm in the same boat as you.
It's a funny story.
I love this job. I don't see myself doing anything else. But I absolutely did not encourage any of my kids to join.
Did you discourage them, or did you try to be neutral about it?
I attempted to be neutral. So my other agency still allows juniors.
Junior coordinator.
So they've changed it from 13 to 15. So right now my third child is actually one of our junior members at the age of 17. And he rides with me occasionally. When he came forward and said, hey, I want to do this, I said, absolutely, if that's what you want to do, do it. But the application requires a parent's signature. I did not sign that paperwork.
That's interesting.
I made my wife sign that because I was like, I don't want it to look like I'm forcing him, because I absolutely am not.
I think you did that with mine too.
I did the same thing with Phoebe's as well. My wife signed the paperwork for her to join because she started out as a junior.
I started way younger than Malcolm though.
Yes. And so I have a unique outlook on family. Family is not the ones you are born to. It's the ones you choose to be around.
Well, I was adopted, so you're preaching to the choir.
Absolutely.
Did you choose the adopted family though,
So
or did they choose you?
I don't think either happened.
I have a guy that from when I was still in diapers to now, I still call him my brother. Mm-hmm. He's about 10 years older than me. He's also a paramedic, and he works currently a fair distance away, still part of New York. He came home one weekend and found out that Phoebe was in EMT class the first time, and his immediate response was, what the are you thinking? Yeah. You have seen what this job does to people. Hell, look at your father. And I couldn't argue with him at all. Like, I am not the poster child for EMS is good. EMS is broken, and most of us are also broken.
It'll fuck you up.
They will.
Without even trying.
Absolutely. I'm in the same boat that you are, because my daughter also came to me one day and was like, I want to be an EMT. And I was like, do you though? And I didn't tell her no. I didn't tell her yes. And she did it. And
I did the same thing. And
I even tried looking at different job stuff like criminal justice. I was in cooking classes. I worked in a hospital for 2+ years. And I'm like, this is where I belong, honestly.
And still to this day, one of the coolest things I've been able to do is run an ambulance with my daughter as my partner.
yeah, I've only done that once.
It's interesting. I feel like I would never have kids because I don't like them, but I feel like if I ever did,
Well,
I don't know how I would feel if they were like, I want to do that too. That is probably a very complicated situation to be in.
Like I said, I was my daughter's partner once, and our first patient called me an asshole in front of her, and she's like,
Real?
"Are you really are always?" And I'm like, "No, this patient just does not like me." It was a regular patient, a normal patient that we had, and yeah.
Did
I'm
you
not
have
gonna
like a
say anymore.
sit-down discussion, both of you? Did you have like a sit-down discussion with your kids to be like, here's the deal? Or was it just like, I'll be here and you're going to kind of figure this out?
That's what I did. I was just like, if you want to do it, go ahead and do it, and I will help you in any way you need help.
Sure.
it's kind of how I was. I've never sugarcoated anything with my kids. From the time they were born, like, as simple as you're eating chicken, you're eating pig, you're eating cow. Like, I told them. Yeah. I told them what they were eating because I didn't want them to think, oh, meat comes from the meat genie.
Oh, I thought you were being like, you have to eat cow. Not that
No,
this is
like,
what you're
I
doing.
just
totally
tell them
understand
what
where
they're
you're coming. I mean, there are some times where, like, I tell my kids they're eating chicken, but it's really pork.
I've never done that. I've always been, we're eating bacon. That comes from a pig.
Right. No, I get that.
So when they started getting into the EMS world, I took a step back to try to let them figure things out. but I never sugarcoated anything with them. Straight up to the day that Phoebe said, "Hey, Dad, when you get off from a shift, why is the first thing you do when you come home is have a beer and turn on the TV?" I told her straight up, it's my way of decompressing. It's, you know, how many times can you pull a baby out of a bucket of water and do CPR before it messes with you?
Right.
I think my first two, and then my first CPR, my first two deaths I talked to you about, I think that's what, like, okay, I understand now. But, like, a lot of my, like, the other calls are like, you know what, people are assholes.
But that also,
Absolutely.
that actually is the part that gets to me more than the deaths. I'm going to be honest. It's like the constant people just being shitty to you.
Right.
And you just have to deal with
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
It's hard for like families that are, if you have one person that works in EMS in your family and nobody else does, it's hard for them to understand, like, if the provider goes home and kind of just closes up and just, you know, maybe just lays around on the couch for a couple hours and doesn't want to do anything. Like, that's not because they're being lazy. It's because they're just trying to relax and get out of that stage of
Decompress.
right.
My first CPR, I crashed hard.
I mean, my decompression is I have a 35-minute drive home, and it could be 7:30 in the morning, and I've got my music on full blast, and that's how I do that. And then when by the time I get home from that drive, like, usually I'm okay.
You're
And-
better than I am. Because even when I leave here, it's a 25 to 30 minute drive, depending on the traffic. I'll back into the driveway and turn my truck off and just sit there.
Oh, I do that too. I was just talking about this the
Yeah,
other
we
day.
talked about it on the last
Yeah.
podcast, I believe.
I can't just jump out of the truck and walk into the house like nothing ever happened. I'm still decompressing because blaring the music on the way home and driving didn't do it.
I mean, I'm not going to say there's not, sometimes tears on the way home while I'm blaring music, but, I mean, there's definitely been times where that's happened.
Absolutely.
I do the same thing to sit in my car.
And I'm a grown man, and I'll flat out tell you that there has been.
Same here.
Kind of just like to sit in my driveway with a cigarette and just stare. It's not even because I'm sad half the time. It's because I'm fucking tired. This job would drain the fucking life out of you.
I would say you can come in full of energy, 8 hours later, go home and feel like you just run 3 marathons and you're just physically exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah. What?
No, I saw you looking at the question, so I thought you were going to
Oh,
the next
I can
one.
go for a question. Okay, so we talked about bowling. You can talk about bowling again if you want, but like, what are your other hobbies? What do you do outside of work?
Bowling.
So I'm a nerd. I love to play Dungeons and Dragons. When my group is active with it, we play every weekend.
I just got asked to join the Dungeons and Dragons group, and I was like, I don't know how to
Do it.
do that. And also,
Do it.
I don't know, man.
Do it. It's fun. All right. At least my group is mostly we're hanging out with friends, we're talking, we're having fun. Very little is actually playing the game.
I think it's a great community thing. But that being said, you're the most normal person I've ever met who plays Dungeons and Dragons.
But how normal is he?
Compared to that, have
I
you
was
met
gonna say,
many other
should I
people?
feel offended?
No.
I mean, I'm sitting here in a literal bowling jersey, and you're telling me I'm the most normal person you've ever met that plays
Hardcore, by the
D&D?
way. I wish we were all wearing bowling jerseys.
All I can think of is what was that show? Was The Honeymooners? The guy bowled all the time, or there was like an old show where
Oh, there were so many. I
There were
don't
so
even
many.
remember.
it seemed like it was like back in the day. Like that was like the husband went to work, he went bowling, and he came home.
Because back in the day, that's what life was.
Simpler, better times.
Like, back in the 60s and 70s, I want to say the numbers were something like 12 million people bowled in a regulation bowling league.
That's crazy.
Today,
Compared to
it's
what?
down to like 3,000.
Yeah, I have.
It's horribly short. Like, my numbers are probably way off, but like,
Another coworker of mine from the other agency I work at, he bowls a lot, and he goes away to like Vegas and does like bowling out there and stuff. And
Actually, I've got a friend that
fun.
just did that.
Yeah.
It's called the National Tournament, and I applaud the guys that want to try to go and do that. My friend personally, he averages 225, so that 225-ish. So that'd be like a 675 for a series, and he was happy to break 500. The tournaments out there are just ridiculously hard.
If you average 625, but you were hard to break 500, is it because of the stress? I mean, it's not like you have people pushing you while you're bowling. I mean, it's not.
So
like,
you do. You've got yourself pushing you.
well, I mean, like physically. Like it's not like you have somebody physically coming after you.
Well, it's also like
Correct.
an unfamiliar,
So
but unfamiliar area too. Must have something to do with it, right?
Not really. It's more of the lane conditions. So a bowling lane has oil on it, and depending on how it's oiled changes how it plays.
Gotcha.
It changes how it breaks down. So like the typical league house shot, game 1 I'm throwing this ball, game 2 I'm throwing this ball, game 3 I'm throwing this ball. Out there, you could start out with what you think should be your game 1 ball and be completely wrong by like 3 or 4 balls. Most of us now back in the 70s, people showed up with 1 or 2 balls and they were done. Now, most of us show up to a typical league night with 6+.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
And I know the question is in your list. I counted my bowling balls the other day. I stopped counting at 50.
Oh my god.
You have a lot of balls.
I do.
These bitches
that
think
with
I
all
have a
of ours
guitar
or just
problem.
yours?
This man has like 50 plus bowling balls.
Right, that's
And
crazy.
the cheapest one was probably $175.
I didn't know
Out the
it was
door.
that crazy.
I didn't either.
My bowling shoes were $300.
I rent my bowling shoes when I go.
We're not hardcore like that.
$2 or $3 to rent them because you're having fun. Great. Once you start doing it, you want to have your own.
I tried to bowl in cowboy boots one time. It didn't work out too well.
It never does. I've attempted. Man, I fell on my face.
Justin, I have to ask you because we're putting together a collective. Do you play any instruments? And if you do, if you don't, then what have you thought about learning?
I don't play any instruments. My father attempted to teach me guitar,
Perfect.
which is actually why I have the tattoo on my forearm.
I actually remember riding with you for ride time because I asked you about it because I thought, oh my god, he also plays guitar. We can talk about guitar. And you just looked at me and you went, no, I don't do that.
No, it's actually a picture of my father's guitar. My father played, and he played the country style. So after he passed, I decided that's what I was going to get tattooed to remember him.
It's very sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Everybody did.
All of my kids have done the same thing.
That being said, it's time to learn because we are putting together a screamo folk band. And we're recruiting members, and you're up.
Would
I
you
don't
name my hat
remember.
and
My father taught me like 3 or 4 chords, and I remember 0
I can
of
teach
them.
you. It's easy.
it's so easy.
Easy.
I tried to learn one time.
I can teach you
It's
both.
easy, but you tried to learn.
I
You couldn't figure it out?
listen. I played a couple songs. I remember my favorite song to play on the guitar was "Polly" by Nirvana.
What's the tuning on that?
I don't know. I pulled it up on YouTube. How do you play Nirvana "Polly"? And it showed me, so I played it.
But you didn't know how to use a metronome when I talked to you about drums.
No. But
Interesting.
I had this little cool thing that I would set on the arm, or they call the thing that comes out.
The neck?
The neck, not the arm. I knew it was a body part. I just didn't know what it was called. Okay. And I would set it on there, and I would pluck each string, and it would tell me if it was tuned or not.
Sorry, I'm going to start calling it the arm in front of the other members of my Strokes cover band and see if they
Are
kick
you
me
supposed
out.
to be at practice right now?
Low key, yeah, but they'll be fine. It's okay.
They're okay.
I already know my parts. It's fine.
Of course you do. You're married to the lead singer. No, wait, is that Vampire?
That's Vampire Weekend.
Okay,
You
sorry.
can't bring that up or I'll go insane.
I didn't know you were married.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't know it either.
All right, at least two of
please
us
just
are
give me
still
a
in the
chance.
dark.
So since we're talking about musical instruments and music, we always do at the end of our episodes, we always have a song rack. What do you got for a song rack for us?
What genre do you want?
Anything.
It's
It could
going
be-
on the official playlist.
It
So
could
whatever
be
you want to
whatever
mark
you
you on
were
there.
listening to on the way here. It could be something that, it really means something to you. What do you got?
The one that sticks out that means something. I have two, because the one that sticks out that means something is "You Should Be Here" by Colson and Bell.
That's a good song.
Came out the year my father passed,
Okay.
and it's literally him singing about his father passing. One that's more on my everyday playlist, because something like that does not get played on my everyday playlist, because I don't need to cry every day. Mother Father by 10 Man Push.
I would recommend the one that we
Never heard of 10 Man Push. Have you?
No.
You've never heard of 10 Man Push?
No.
What genre?
It's rock. So 10 Man Push is a local to you, Mike, band.
Okay.
They are from Elmira, New York.
Whoa.
They were
Alright.
sponsored by Jägermeister and deemed the band of motocross.
I think we talked about this one
We
time,
have.
actually. Yeah, and I
So-
listened to it.
So Mother Father is sung from the they're sung from the perspective of the child riding a dirt bike.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to give it a listen. I'm intrigued.
I haven't heard much from them in the last 5 or so years, but towards the end of me hearing about them, they started swinging into country.
Nice. Okay. What year did they form? Do you know?
I don't.
Was it within the 2000s or was it before that?
I want to say they formed within the 2000s.
Okay.
They were a regular band at the bar that I used to DJ at.
Sick.
So,
You being a DJ is such fun lore.
especially since I hate the sound of my voice, so I don't talk on a microphone.
How have you been doing with that, by the way? It's not that bad though. Come on,
alcohol
it's not
works.
that bad.
So the bar I used to DJ at would have them come in regularly.
Sick.
So I started going to all of their shows, got to know the guys fairly well.
Are you a groupie?
I am not.
You said that in a way that was disappointed, so that made me actually think it was funnier.
I would not classify myself as a groupie. I won't travel great distances to listen to them.
Oh, that's fair.
But if they pop up with a show in the semi-close, within an hour drive, I would go watch them.
What is a band that you would travel for?
It's not a band. It's just one guy.
Just one guy. Who is it?
Garth Brooks.
I don't know why you sighed before you said that. That's a totally fine choice.
I'm a country guy at heart.
That doesn't shock me at all.
Majority of the music I listen to is country.
Sure, yeah.
I listen to some other stuff periodically, but man, I jump in my truck, I just turn on the local country radio and I go. But Garth Brooks is the one that I would travel for if I could.
Have you been to a Garth Brooks show?
I have not.
That's actually cool because it gives you something to look forward to. It gives you a goal.
It does. Unfortunately, as an EMS personnel, we don't make boatloads, so the traveling to Vegas to see him is not happening.
That's why I'm pulling those 80-hour weeks. That's why I'm just killing myself.
Oh, you stopped at 80?
At 80-something, yeah. On BLS money. But I get to go to a lot of shows, so that's why I keep doing it.
So I've cut back. I average more about 70 hours a week now.
It's a bad time. Like, I don't recommend it. I'm having a bad time.
But at the same time, I decided time with the family was more important.
Oh, I don't have one of those. Except for my husband, who doesn't know we're married. But I don't have one of those.
So working the extra hours, I'd rather be home now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or on the lanes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
Well, you served your time also, you know? Like, you... I think that must be part of it, right? Like, you did it. If I was married with kids, I think I would also be like, I'm gonna take a step back.
My favorite concert I've been to, Toby Keith.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Really? Are you American?
Well,
Have you seen her?
the answer is
Not
yes.
at all.
Okay, that was racist.
It was a joke.
My question had nothing to do
Are
with
you
race.
American? He says.
The answer is yes. However, that was a little convoluted when I was like 13 and then Trump was first elected into office and I thought I was good. And then my dad, like, he was like, Abby, we're going to go to Syracuse. We're going to make a whole day out of it. We'll go to the music store. We'll get Starbucks. It will be all these cool things. And also we're going to stop by the immigration office. It's unrelated.
Oh my God.
So
No, Toby Keith is like a very good. He's a country artist. He's an amazing country artist.
amazing country artist,
rest in
very
peace.
patriotic.
Yes, rest in peace, Toby Keith.
What decade?
I mean, he just passed away a couple of years ago.
I want to say late 1980s to 2023, 2024 when he passed.
I'm very into like 70s country. I don't know a whole lot of other country outside of that. I should look into it though.
Have you ever heard the song American Soldier?
Yes. Okay.
That's Toby Keith.
Toby Keith.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Toby Keith was known to go and perform for soldiers a lot. Like he would go across seas and into war zones and perform for soldiers and stuff.
So I've seen him multiple times. I've seen him on September 11th, which for somebody with his pedigree, very patriotic show, along with Trace Atkins. And
I've seen Trace Atkins in concert too. Did you know his wife shot him?
no,
That's so baller.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, his wife shot him at one point in his life.
Girl boss.
Yeah. So, look into it. It's yeah.
I think
Did
that
they-
makes
did
me
they
like
stay
Trace
married?
Atkins a little bit
What's
more.
that?
Did they stay married?
I don't know.
I would love if they did.
Well, I'm gonna have to look that up.
We're
on Google
gonna
and-
have to.
Yeah.
But my favorite concert actually was Toby Keith. He was performing semi-locally when my third child turned 8 years old. He was performing on his birthday. So I bought the tickets and I was like, Bud, for your birthday, this is what we're doing.
We'll
And
love
he
a
was
birthday
a
concert.
he was a big Toby Keith fan. So I took him to his first concert, which my daughter will remain silent for because I've yet to take her
To any concert?
to any concert.
Who would you want to go see?
So, my aunt has taken me to a couple of them, but with Dad, I'm not sure yet because I've
Who-
seen
who have you gone to see?
I've seen Trace Atkins, I've seen Jelly Roll, I've seen what is his name?
I don't remember. Don't look at me like that.
Who would you want to see? How's that? Who's your dream concert?
Oh, I would love to see Morgan Wallen. I would love to see Lainey Wilson, Ella Langley, Hardy.
Country runs in the family. I see.
It does. And the Lainey Wilson is the one I really figured she would just stick on.
Don't bring up Morgan Wallen right now to my daughter.
I saw that
heard
Instagram post.
I heard he canceled his concert.
Yeah, they were not happy about that. They drove all the way to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Oh, I would also be really upset about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
I would be upset.
Yeah, no, that
Like-
really sucks.
I went I don't remember how old I was. My mother bought me tickets to LL Cool J when I was younger. Phoebe was in a stroller. My dad went. It was a state fair concert, and my father went with us. And he's like, "I'll take the baby. Like, you guys just go and enjoy the concert." And we got to the concert, and LL Cool J's wife decided to have emergency surgery to have their like 8th or 9th child, and he got replaced by Buster Rhymes.
That'd be cool though. Anyway,
Who I was not a fan of at the
Okay.
time. Listening to him live, the sound effects are not computer generated. That was him, and it was a great show.
yeah.
So until I listened to him live, I was not a fan.
So with my running back and forth of dispatching and doing other stuff, I was kind of hearing you talk about like one of your favorite concerts or some of your favorite concerts were country concerts. And I have been to a lot of concerts in my life.
What was your first one?
Different.
And do you remember it?
My first one was Tim McGraw.
Ooh,
That's a really good first
I
one.
wish.
Yeah.
I wish I had seen him.
My first one, and you know the best part about it was, this was a long time ago, okay? And the opening act was somebody I've never heard of before. They weren't that big at the time, right? And so we're sitting there and we're waiting, and we're, the opening act's coming out, and this, I guess I have to be politically correct today, little person,
Since when?
We call them fun size.
this little person comes running out on the stage, and then comes running out on the stage and like dancing around, and I'm like, what is this? I thought I was at a country concert. And then these two guys come out and they start singing the song about saving a horse and riding a cowboy or something like that. And
I play that song all the time at parties.
yeah, it was Big and Rich, but
Yeah.
they were not big and rich at the time when they played this show, and I had no idea who they were. Nobody else knew who they were, and it was an amazing show. So Big and Rich were playing with Tim McGraw back in the day. So we were talking about that. So somebody bought me tickets to go see Travis Tritt in
Okay.
concert. Okay,
My
And
mother's favorite country artist.
it was a local concert to me, and it was a very small arena, and I got there and they had the stage set up in the middle of the ice rink. Okay, obviously the ice was covered, but it was in the middle of the ice rink, and there was only seats on the ice and from the middle around in the stands. Okay, and on the stage was a stool and a guitar. And I'm like, there's no way this is the real Travis Tritt, right? This is like some fake, like somebody bought me these tickets.
I've watched
and-
some videos of country artist concerts, and sometimes that's the best concert.
Well, that's right. So we're sitting there and we got like 3 rows from the front of the stage is where we were sitting. And he walks out on stage and I'm like, okay, that's really Travis Tritt, right? And he sits down, he grabs his freaking guitar with a red Solo cup in his hand, and he's got a beer. And the first thing he said was, thank you for having me here tonight. We're going to sit here. We're going to hang out like we're sitting around our couch. We're going to drink some beers, and we're going to play some music. And that's exactly what we did for 3.5 hours. And he talked to the
Amazing.
crowd. He played acoustic, and it was amazing. It was one of the best concerts I've ever been to. Anyway, did you do your song rec yet?
I did not. I actually picked one out just for Justin, just because of the name.
Okay.
But actually, the song itself is like, first of all, this is a song, I love playing covers of this song. I'm not a singer, but it's one of the ones I will do. It's actually very EMS coded, in that it's about burnout, but it's about a touring, not obviously EMS, but it is about burnout, and it's about something serious while being really funny and self-deprecating, so that's fitting. But I actually picked it for Justin because of the name. It's called Roadkill by the 1975.
I don't know that one. I have found, I can't remember the band name. I have found a more modern rock version that I have chopped up to turn into my notification sound. So every time I get a text message, my phone screams Roadkill.
That's so funny.
That is pretty funny.
What's your song rec, Mike?
I am going to have to go with. I had a rider with us tonight, and he's very young, but when he talked to me about music, his choice in music was absolutely amazing. And we were talking about Bob Marley, and so I'm going to go with Three Little Birds.
Nice. It's a good one.
So
He's 17 now, but my third born, every time I get in the car with him, Johnny Cash is one that plays regularly.
Mm-hmm. Everybody loves some Johnny Cash once in a while.
But like from a 17-year-old kid, man, like I never expected to get in his car and have him, one, play, and two, know every word to the Ring of Fire.
Well, you did something for him, right?
Absolutely.
So
Should we talk about the roadkill part a little bit more?
I think we should because I brought it up, and they're not going to understand the joke.
She brought it up,
Yeah.
and nobody's going to understand it.
Okay.
So I ride motorcycle,
Yeah.
and I have hit everything on a motorcycle. Groundhog, bird, squirrel,
Deer.
chipmunk, deer. I hit a deer at 70 plus miles an hour. Skunk. I've hit already dead skunk and splashed my brother with it. I've hit so many things. Plus, I have dropped almost every motorcycle I've ridden. Whether it was just pulling it out of the driveway, or like out of the garage into the driveway and forgot to put the kickstand down and go to set it down. Stupid stuff. So he has dubbed my road name, as most motorcycle communities do. They give you a nickname, and mine is Roadkill.
I
All
think
right.
it's so badass. For EMS, too, especially. There's something about it that just, like, I don't know. It
Nice.
hits.
So now that makes sense.
And now the joke will make sense to the rest of the people.
Right. Well, Justin, I appreciate you coming on. I know you came out on your day off, and you're hanging out here when you shouldn't be, but I appreciate you coming in.
It's never like work when you're just here on your day off drinking alcohol.
We
Right.
finally got to talk about bowling. I
I'll be
actually
here
never thought that would
tomorrow.
happen.
Abby, thank you for hanging out on your time off. I know you're not working either right now. No. So
I'm supposed to be at practice for my
Right.
Strokes cover band.
And this is still a better time.
It is a better time.
So this is going to do it for this episode. Hopefully one time we can have Justin on again.
We're going to. That's not a
Yeah.
hopefully.
We got more to talk
Tiffany,
about.
You might
gotta
want to
make your
convince
husband
the
come back
wife.
We didn't even
Tiffany, please.
we didn't even bring up Littlebeard.
Fuck. Oh my god, that's going to be a whole other episode.
Right.
Can we title it just Little
Do you want to just do it now?
No, we need a reason to have you back.
Yeah, we have to have a reason
Also,
episode.
There is
gonna
no
go
reason
on.
to have me back.
There is.
There
We have to
is.
talk about Littlebeard. All right. So
Look up X in the Pit Bowling on YouTube and you'll figure out the little beard.
there we go.
alright?
There. But we got to talk about it. So we're gonna talk about it in the next episode that you come on.
Good luck.
All right.
You might want to con my wife into calling no balls again.
I will. She listens. We'll talk about it
Yes,
every
she
episode
does.
until
Tiffany,
you come back
girl,
on.
come on.
She
Please.
listens more than I do.
I was about to say, Mom will definitely do it.
All right. Thank you for coming on. We'll catch you on the next one.
Hi, Abby.
All right, that'll do it for another episode of EMS and Bowling. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and follow button. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Check out our Facebook page to get latest updates on episodes and new content that's coming out. And until next week, thank you again.